Oh, I'm not done. Look, let me tell you guys something. I know, like a lot of you were like, "Oh man, oh, whew, he's done with that." Like, goddamn, no, 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 I'm not done. Oh, best believe, I'm not done. You know, um, and the feast for crows is gonna continue. I don't give a fuck. You know what it is? It's not to everybody, obviously, but a lot of you were talking a lot of shit, bro. Like this prediction, like when I was telling people, you know what, I think Teofimo Lopez could win. And this, I'm not talking about everybody, but there was a lot of dudes that honestly were like really disrespectful towards me. All right. And me, I'm a petty motherfucker. I remember shit. Okay. Because I don't start shit. I finish shit, but I don't start it. You understand? I don't start shit with people. I just finish it. Okay. Look, I'm petty, but it's not like I don't initiate beefs. I don't start problems with people. Like I don't. I just finish it. That's all I do. Okay. And I'm not done. All right. Let me tell you guys something. If you had Lomachenko winning this fight, there's something wrong with that. That was a conventional thought. You know what I mean? That was the, to be honest, the easy pick, in a sense. You know, because he was the favorite. That's what Vegas said. He was a 3-1 favorite. There's, I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But I believe that in boxing there are fights that, you know, they're they're fights that like pass the torch. You know what I mean? They're fights that, you know, you have to have this right here and this, and you have to see it because you're not going to see it with the resume. You're not going to see it with the accolades because everyone fights nobody till they fight somebody. You know, at the end of the day, I mean that's just the way it is. You know, that's everybody, and it takes a pair of grapefruits, okay, to look at that and say, you know what, that kid, he's gonna do it, and I sense the disrespect like a motherfucker. And I'm not talking about established channels that know who I am. I'm talking about new dudes on this YouTube shit that just like dismiss what I said. Like, who the fuck is this guy? What is he talking about? You know, fuck you, dude. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to be right all the time. Nobody's right all the time. Okay? Like, I understand I could have been wrong about this fight. I understand that. This dude was a favorite, right? But to come to me and disrespect me, the gall of some people, right? And question my boxing knowledge, like, that pisses me off, bro. Like a motherfucker. A lot of you got this coming. All right? A lot of you had this coming. A lot of you have been in the loser circle for years. And you had your little run for the last couple of months. And you think you know everything. Well, okay. DStyle never goes around and instigates anything. I just finish shit. That's all I do. Okay? And oh, believe me, if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Those that know, they know. You know, that's it. But this was a glorious night, you know? Um, I'll be honest, I never doubted it. Like, ever. Like, there's usually doubt before a big fight. There's usually that moment where you're like, man, what if I'm wrong? It never came to me because everything, it was the same. Every time I pick a fighter, right, I always say to myself, what are people going to say, right? And I actually write these things down, right? I write them down. And I wrote down, they're going to say, he hasn't fought anybody. They're going to say, Lomachenko has most of the accolades. They're going to say, Lomachenko has the experience, right? But I'm going to tell you guys this right now, and I want you to really listen to me, okay? Conventional wisdom, okay, gets it wrong sometimes, okay? And you have to have that feeling in you. You have to have something in you, and it takes courage and it takes real gall to do it. To say, like, there's times you see something, right? But you see it, and everybody's telling you it's not true. Everyone's telling you, no, but that's not true, right? There's times you see something. And I saw something in the Lomachenko fights. I saw him get hit. And we had a world of people convincing themselves. And look, I understand everybody gets hit in boxing, but when I say he's getting hit, what I'm saying is he's getting hit far more than he was in the lower weight classes, right? And I'm gauging that, and I'm comparing it to Teofimo, right? And I'm saying to myself, how did so many people convince themselves that Lomachenko is this defensive wizard? He never gets hit. He's going to come from angles Teofimo never seen before. They had to, like, convince themselves of that, right? Like, there's a reason, like, the quote-unquote conventional wisdom was Sonny Liston was going to knock out Cassius Clay in the third, fourth round, right? And the reasoning was, well, look, he got caught by Cooper. He was knocked down. I mean, you know, they cut the gloves to buy him time. If he got knocked down by Cooper, how the hell is he going to, you know, put up with Sonny Liston, right? And that's the, like, that's what people bring with them, right? And that's why so many got it wrong. The scribe said, oh, no, Sonny Liston's going to knock out Cassius Clay. And the reason I'm saying Cassius Clay, because in that fight, he was called Cassius Clay. He changed his name after that fight, the first fight, right? To Muhammad Ali, right? Oh, Sonny Liston, first round knockout. Sonny Liston, third round knockout. Like, they'll go scribe to scribe to scribe. And well, what has Cassius Clay done? Oh, Cassius, he got knocked down by Cooper. How's he? You know what I mean? People were doing the same thing here. Oh, Nakatani. Oh, he struggled with Nakatani. Well, Nakatani is 6 feet tall. Teofimo Lopez isn't 6 feet tall. Teofimo Lopez isn't that tall. Like, what? The problems Nakatani gave Teofimo should give pause to people when Teofimo fights a dude that's 6 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like, if he gets in the ring with a guy that tall, then people should say, I don't know, that dude might give him some problems. Has it ever occurred to you that people go back to the drawing board and they correct problems? Has it ever occurred to you? Right? So that's what a lot of you, like, I feel that people miss out on what things mean sometimes, right? Like, I feel like Nakatani had the fight of his life, and Teofimo Lopez had a bad performance, right? Chat my like button, by the way. You know what I mean? Hit that like button right now. Shout out to everybody, by the way, from 78 Sports TV to Blood to Dan the Man to Run PMC, Apple Tap, all you guys. I have to make sure you guys understand this. and Nakatani had the fight of his life. Teofimo Lopez had a bad performance, right? And Theo still won on my scorecard like 8-4. Like, he still clearly won that fight. But people kept clinging on to that like if it meant something. You know what I mean? How likely is it that Teofimo Lopez is going to have another horrible performance like that in the fight of his life? It's not that likely. You know? Like, it just isn't. It's far more likely that he overlooked his Japanese fighter. And his Japanese fighter was tall and had attributes that different ones that Lomachenko didn't have. That's all it was. And not only that, I get that he's Japanese, but that doesn't mean he's not good. Okay? I mean, there's people putting Inoue number 3 pound for pound, but Nakatani's a bum. Right? They're both Japanese, right? We don't know how good Nakatani is. You just assumed he was a bum. Right? Like, you saw for 6 straight rounds. And it was feeling the power. I told you, he's going to feel it in the shoulders. He's going to feel it in the gloves when he blocks the shots. He felt the power. A boxer can gauge, they can gauge the power of a punch when they block it. They can gauge you. If he felt it wasn't shit, believe me, he would have taken more risk. He took risk when he had to. That's when he took risk. Okay? That's when the motherfucker took risk. You know? But I can tell you, heartburn is sitting me right now like a motherfucker. Let me tell you something. I wasn't worried about this fight. What I was worried about was my cousin like grilled these burgers with jalapenos and like fucking salsas, and I'm goddamn, bro. I'm not gonna live to like brag about this fight. Like, I'm gonna fucking die of heartburn. And I'm feeling it right now. Like, I was worried about that. Okay? I enjoyed this fight, man. I spent time with some family. Sat on and watched it. I mean, boxing had a spotlight tonight. And I wanted to be a boxing fan tonight. You know what I mean? I wanted to sit down and just watch the fight. You know, is what I wanted to do. Christian NWO didn't watch the fight. Unbelievable. But, hey, Dan the man, what's up, man? Dude, you could argue Lopez won the first 8 rounds. Like Loma did more in the 7th and the 8th, but like, if you compare it to the first 6, yes, he did more, but did he win them? You know? Hey, coach. Hey, man, you're my dude, but you got it wrong, bro. You know what I mean? You said he was going to get schooled. Like, you got to sit down and just take it. You know what I mean? It's the way it is, bro. You know what I mean? But shout out to coach, though. You know, I gave Loma, and this was me trying to like not be biased, right? Honestly, like me not trying to be biased. Like, I was like, okay, I give him 4 rounds, like going out of my way not to be biased. Look, a lot of people felt this was too early for Theo. I understand that, like. From a matchmaker's point of view, I could see like, hey, give the guy 2 to 3 more fights and then Loma. But hey, man, sometimes in boxing, you gotta toss these dudes like it's like the birds in the nest. Just find out if they could, if they could fly. That's it. I'm tired of hearing the Vargas comparisons and like, oh, but what about Vargas? Vargas fell flat in the concrete. Yeah, that's all it was. Okay? If I believe in destiny, I'm not a religious dude, but I believe in spirituality, and I believe in destiny. You know what I mean? I do. Because I sense it. I experience it, right? And I believe if a dude's destined for greatness, he's going to be great. That's it. If someone's destined for greatness, Sonny Liston wasn't too young. I'm sorry, Cassius Clay wasn't too young for Sonny Liston. He was destined for greatness. He became the great Muhammad Ali, right? Salvador Sanchez was destined for greatness. Okay, he wasn't too young for Little Red Lopez. When it said he was little known and he didn't have the resume and how he's gonna fight a guy like guess what? He was destined for greatness. You know, you gotta throw them out that fucking nest and see if they fly. That's all it is. And I believe in that. You know, if Lopez couldn't do it tonight, he would never be able to do it. Period. I believe in that. I believe you let these motherfuckers go. If they're destined for it, they will do it. You know. What's up to Blood Boxing? How you doing, man? I believe in that. You know, like I do. Like it's just either they're made for it or they don't. Either they have it or they don't. It. Either they have it or they don't. You know. Joe, shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your donation. I can't click on it here, so I apologize. I don't know what that's about, but like that's how I feel. You know, like I was like, what do you mean he's too young? Either he has it or he doesn't, guys. That's it. Either a fighter has it or they don't. Okay, like that's just how I feel. I felt he beat Diego Magdaleno. He dominated him. He knocked out Richard Comey. These were really good opponents. And I felt like, okay, it's time. That's it. Let's go. You know? The problem with boxing is that we wait too long for these guys to test themselves. You know? And I felt like people that said, oh, he hasn't tested himself got it wrong. He has. Diego Magdaleno isn't a bum. Dio just made him look that way. That's it. Diego's good. Diego Magdaleno's just as good as Jesse Magdaleno. Okay? Jesse Magdaleno just hasn't fought a Teofimo Lopez. All right? Like, simple as that. He's just as good. They're brothers. It's just as good. Same bloodline, same dad and mom. I mean, come on. Right? Richard Comey is not a bum. Richard Comey's a good fighter. Okay? He was just timed. That wasn't a lucky punch. Richard Comey puts pressure on his back foot and his front foot, right? He likes to bounce like this. It's what he does, right? Dio timed him, okay? You saw it in the first round. So Richard will put like pressure on his back foot, then front foot, and then throw. That's what Richard Comey does, okay? Almost every time. Dio timed it. So what Theo did was he timed when he put pressure on his back foot, right? He timed them before he could put pressure on his front foot. He started throwing the punch. So by the time, you know, Richard Comey put pressure on his front foot and started throwing the punch, he already got hit and he got knocked out. Okay, if you go look back at that knockout. Richard Comey thought he saw something. He was about to throw the punch, but Dio beat him to the punch. That's ring IQ. Okay? He didn't like just throw the punch and like expected it to land. That's not what happened. Right? This wasn't the case. Right now, to me, I'm not going to talk Haney Lopez right now. This is Lopez's night. Right? Lopez is weak. This is his week to celebrate. A lot of you didn't even believe he could win. Okay? So he gets to celebrate right now and he gets to do his thing. Right? Like, that's it. For anybody saying, and it goes back to the throwing your hands theory, right? It's not that Loma wasn't throwing, he chose to not throw his hands. Loma's margin of error dropped dramatically. And he knew, like, every time you let your hands go, you're open to get hit. Okay? There was something he felt when he was blocking the shots with his shoulders and his gloves. He felt something he never felt before. Okay? And we know that because of the way he reacted. Right? Boom! Like, and you could hear him. You could hear the thud. Right? Boom, boom, boom. And a lot of them, he was blocking them, but he wasn't doing anything in return. Right? Loma knew, like, okay, this kid punches like I never felt before. Right? And it took him a while. It took him almost all the way to the 9th round to finally, like, find some openings and some courage, almost forced, like, okay, I gotta do something here, right? Like, I can't just stay idle forever. And he did find some success, in fairness to him, okay? That would have given Theo a lot of problems if he would have gone for it earlier. But I gotta tell you guys, what I saw in the 12th round, Teofimo Lopez, for everybody that said who was the man and who was this and who was that, Teofimo Lopez showed him who the man was. Okay? Like, that's just the way it is. He took that 12th round from him. Okay? It's what he did. He took it from him. He made sure he made a statement in that 12th round. And Loma couldn't do anything about it. Like, he showed him, yo, I'm a man. And yeah, blood, I saw a lot of people saying Loma could be Whitaker, Loma could be Chavez. I already knew that shit was bullshit. I don't even entertain all that, to be honest. You know what I mean? A lot of these young punks, like, they got a long way to go. That's including Loma. Okay? To compare themselves to Duran and to Chavez and all that. You know what I mean? I get why they do it. They do it to pump these guys up, and I get that. You know what I mean? But, nah. He ain't going to be no Whitaker. He ain't going to be no Chavez. Okay? You control about it if you want, whatever it is, but you can't really now because, like, your dude Loma lost and kind of makes you look stupid now. You know what I mean? But, yeah. But you know what this fight reminded me of? And the reason I make this video, somebody reminded me of something I always do. Like, look, I remember when I said Maidana was going to beat Broner, and people laughed at me. I said, oh, I was going to beat Broner. Broner's going to beat it. He doesn't know how to lose. There's no blueprint to beat him and all this dumb shit, right? Like, Maidana lost to Devin Alexander. How's that going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. Okay? And it goes like this, guys. It's really simple. You know? Have you ever heard the song Reigns of Casimir? Because I think it's time for the Lomachenko fans to hear this song. I do. Okay. You know, all you motherfuckers that were talking all that shit. He felt so confident because he was a favorite and all that. That's the funny part. But it's time for you to hear it. You know? It's time for you guys to hear it. And I think you're ready for it. I do. Okay? Now, for those that don't know about this song, it's from the series Game of Thrones, the book A Song of Ice and Fire. Okay? And it was about a family that was wiped out from existence. And who are you? The proud Lord said that I must bow so low. Only a cat of a different coat. That's all the truth I know. In a coat of gold, a coat of red, a lion still has claws, and mine are sharp and long, my lord, as long and sharp as yours. And so he spoke, and so he spoke, that Lord of Castamere. And now the rains weep o'er his hall, with not a soul to hear. Yes, now the rains weep o'er his hall, with not a soul to hear. Wiped all of them out. You motherfuckers been banished to the shadow realm. Simple as that. You've been banished to the shadow realm. Right? All that shit you talked. Some of you fuckers did whole streams. Okay? Just showing video montages of all the good things Loma does. And all the time Teofimo Lopez misses punches. Did whole streams about that. Okay? All that for hours. Somebody did 5, 6, 7 hour streams breaking down the fight. And you were wrong. Like, you do understand that you have to live with that for the rest of your lives. You understand that? For the rest of your lives. Okay? And it's, again, and I got to go back to this. There's nothing wrong with picking Loma to win. It's the snot-nosed, okay? All right? Nose in the air, arrogant motherfuckers that had this shit coming. Okay? The ones that were saying he could be Chavez in a fight, and the ones saying all his nonsense. He's the best fighter you ever seen, and there's nothing like him. You motherfuckers asked for this. Okay? That acted all arrogant to me. Telling me that the thought of me picking Teofimo means I don't know shit about boxing. And I know that if Loma would have won, it was a favorite, by the way, but if Loma would have won, okay, just because of, Steve Kims of the world and the Monteros of the world, and just because the scribes of the world were picking them to, Loma to win, and he's the number one pound for pound, all this shit. I was so confident Loma wasn't going to win. I even told you motherfuckers, if he wins this fight, he'll be number one pound for pound. That's how confident I was. Okay. No, well, he's definitely not number one now. No. It's Reigns of Casimir on this shit. That's what it is. It's the Reigns of Casimir. I can't hear you guys. I don't see you guys in my comment section. I don't see you guys. Hey, try to bury this one. What are you going to say? Oh, yeah, man, it was only his 15th fight. It was only his 15th fight. Try that. Okay. But now the Reigns weep over his halls. And no one is there to hear. Ain't nobody going to be hearing that shit no more. All that I used to, but the angles are so good and nobody could beat them. And like, don't mean shit. How's he gonna keep up with the tempo? Doesn't matter. He has to come to Theo, right? Oh, he's gonna force Theo to get close to him. No, he's gonna keep it mid range pressure. That's literally what it was. So it is what it is. You gotta live with it. At the end of the day, does it feel good? Absolutely, it does. Because I already knew you motherfuckers were gonna do. This is what they do. Video montages of me and all this shit. Okay, well, do it now then. Do it now then. I dare you to. Okay? I dare you to. I dare you motherfuckers to. Jump. Go ahead. Jump. You want to jump? Jump. Motherfuckers. I'll tell you how high to jump. You want to jump? Jump. Go ahead. You can't do it now, right? Where are you guys at? Where are you guys that were questioning my boxing? Where are you dudes at? Where are you? I don't see you. I don't see you guys around at all, actually. I see you lurking in the shadows. That's right. They're hiding like a motherfucker. It's that hard to just come out and say, damn, you were right, I was wrong. Be a man and just do it. I do when I'm wrong. When I'm wrong about a pick, I come out and say, hey, I was wrong about that one. And I give full credit to the guy that wins. I do it all every time. Right? Some of you motherfuckers, your favorite fighter loses, you delete your channel, you disappear for months. You stop talking about boxing. Oh, boxing ain't that good no more. Like you change your tune a little bit. Every single fucking time. Oh, it's easy to go for the favorite. Right? Oh, that's easy. You know? You guys forgot. You were too busy focusing on the golden lion with his claws and all that shit. Well, you forgot that the other lion got claws too. He may have a different coat, but his claws are just long and sharp. You forgot about that. And so he spoke. And so he spoke. Do you understand me? Does it look like I'm fucking, like, does it look? I tell you, I was going to show my face after the fight, right? Oh, you better not go in there. I haven't got anywhere. Okay? I got a good fucking batting average. I can tell you that right now. Right? Oh, the roasts are coming. Oh, best believe, blood, the roasts are coming. Okay? And Eddie Alem is right. Like, you guys don't understand, man. This isn't just about guys that got the picks wrong. I'm talking about dismissive, arrogant motherfuckers out here. Okay? That were talking a lot of shit. Okay? That were over-exaggerating the shit Loma does, looking at fights from featherweight. You know what I mean? Just focusing on all the good things he did. And it can't be a coincidence, right? That they weren't showing the times Loma got hit. Right? Just dismissing all these things, these facts. These things matter. If a guy's getting hit more when he moves up and it's noticeable, it matters. You can't just dismiss these things. Right? But at the end of the day, it is a feast for CROWS. You know? It is. Cry me a river. That's right, blood. You know what I mean? Man. And now the rain sweep over their halls. And not a soul to hear. Where are these guys? Where you guys at? You guys said you better be here after the fight. I'm here. Where you guys at? Some of you even clicked on links and jumped on my live streams and talked some major shit. Where are you guys? Where are you? Kind of disappointing, you know? Yeah, you're right. You're right, blood. You're not wrong about that, blood. You know what I mean? Today. At the end of the day, I got called all types of shit, by the way. Look, Loma's a good fighter. I'm not taking anything away from Loma. Okay? You have not heard me bash Loma. You have not heard me call him trash. Any of that. He's a good fighter. He was just sitting there with the wrong dude. That's it. That's all it was. You know, but no, it's blasphemy, right? But I'm not even talking about guys that were confident about their picks, saying, "No, you're wrong, DStyle." No. I'm talking about the snot-nosed motherfuckers who have not yet shown their face to me. All that shit you talked, you don't have the balls to show your face to me. It's kind of embarrassing. Because I know you would be here if I'd be here. I'd be right here if Theo won. Saying I was wrong, my pick was shit. You know what I mean? I didn't see that one coming. Where you guys at? You got to take the red pill. Okay? And look, at the end of the day, more is coming. Okay? I'm going to do an aftermath show on Monday. Okay? Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do an aftermath show on Monday. I'm going to do HCP on Tuesday. I'm going to talk to Dave. Definitely want to do a round table. Leave it in a round table for Thursday. Oh, I need to do that. Okay? And we're going to talk about some shit. But I think for those of you that are new to my channel or new to me, period, right? When DStyle says something, listen to me. Okay? I'm not right all the time. Nobody is. Okay? But I'm more right than wrong. Okay? A lot of these channels, it amazes me how wrong they are all the time. And then, you know, it's amazing. Okay? But it's whatever. And it's really not about that, by the way. It's not. It's just how arrogant some motherfuckers act. Okay? Honestly. So, oh, and a video montage is coming, by the way. Oh, it's coming. The video montage, you motherfuckers are talking all that shit about Loma, you know, winning a dominant fashion. Oh, it's coming. I want you guys to know it's coming. Because I could edit videos too, motherfuckers. Okay? I could get pieces together and all. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Okay? Best believe. You know? But with that said, I want to thank both fighters for making this fight, and this is what it's about at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I want these fights. I want the best to fight the best. I want, you know, when we have young fighters and, you know, that we need to just, are they the truth or not? Let's find out, you know? Stop using the Vargas comparisons. Vargas he wasn't destined for greatness, and that's it. That's what it is. All right? Simple as that. So I want to ask you guys right now, everyone watching in the chat right now, I want to ask you guys, who's down with HCP? Who's down with HCP? All right? If you're down with HCP, put "you know me" in the chat right now. Right now in the chat. Okay? You know me. All right? So, shout out to you, A-Rod. Okay? Because everybody's going to be down with HCP this week. Okay? At the end of the fucking day. All right? Now, let me just call out G-Funk on one thing. Okay? Burchell's still going to beat up Valdez. So I hope you jump off that thing. But other than that, we're cool. No, but in all seriousness, you know, there you go. You know me. That's what it's all about. Okay? So tune into HCP. We're going to be on this week. Got some shows coming, a lot of stuff, and I want to thank everybody for showing support. At the end of the day, as you can tell, man, my voice um, is out. You know? But it is what it is. Okay, all right. So this is DStyleBoxing. Keep it boxing. I'm out.